Hi, my name's Libby, and I have metastatic or stage 4 breast cancer, and I'm 36 years old. And I wanted to send a shout out to you about your campaign that you're doing on Twitter, Bikinis for the Cure, the hashtag, and also people posting pictures of their cleavage and putting bikinis for the cure on their cleavage, and sort of why that is really offensive to those of us who really are in the breast cancer community and are really hoping for a cure. I'm going to come at it from the angle that you do want to help people and you do want to help the cause of breast cancer, but I'm going to kind of tell you what I think would need to change for this campaign to, really be helping the community and really be transparent. So the first thing I'm going to say is just touch on how you're using the Bikinis for the Cure hashtag. And you're using it, but then you're giving the money, apparently it's sort of vague, but you're giving it to an organization, or you're an organization that raises money for early detection and getting the word out there about self-breast exams. And that is a good cause to tell people about those things, but that is not a cure. You can detect your breast cancer at stage 0 or stage 1A. You could go through all the treatment, and, several years later, even up to 20 years later, your breast cancer could metastasize to another part of your body and it would be incurable. So finding it early, although it's helpful and it does, in some cases, mean that you'll get a successful treatment and you will survive indefinitely without breast cancer, it is not a cure for breast cancer. So there needs to be transparency there about where the money's going, and it's misleading to say bikinis for the cure when in reality it's bikinis for early detection, which does not have the same ring to it. But unfortunately, that's what you're raising money for. You're not raising money for the cure. So unless you are giving money to an organization that actually funds research for a cure for stage 4 cancer, then you're not an organization that funds a cure. So please be transparent about that. What I really need is a cure. I am actually literally dying for a cure. I am dying for research. I need those things. I do not need early detection at this point. Early detection is not going to cure me. I could do a self-breast exam every 10 minutes for the rest of my life, and I'm actually still going to die from this disease. I'm not going to see my daughter grow up. She's 2 right now. And if I survive, they're saying I might survive 5 years. That would be the longest timeline they've given me. I might see her go to her grade 7 class. I have basically a 0, or her grade 2 class when she's 7. I have basically a 0% chance of seeing my daughter grow up, of seeing her start college, of seeing her graduate, of seeing her get married. And to do those things, I'm going to need a cure, not early detection. Secondly, the bikini pictures. It's literally the most triggering thing that you could do for someone in the breast cancer community. I had great cleavage, and I'm never going to have that again. I had to have my entire right breast removed. I had to have a mastectomy of my right breast, and I did not have reconstruction because by the time maybe I would have been eligible for that reconstruction, I found out that my cancer had metastasized to my bones. So now I will have to be on some form of immunosuppressant treatment for the rest of my life until I die from this disease. And I can't come off that treatment to do something as trivial in a way compared to losing your life as getting reconstruction surgery. Also, when you have reconstruction surgery after a mastectomy, it is not a boob job. And it's never going to look the same as the natural cleavage that you had before. You've lost all the tissue of your breast. You've lost your skin that you had there before, and you just have your chest skin. And because of that, your skin actually has to be stretched out for a number of months before you can even have the implants put in. And these implants, they have a big failure rate because it's not the same as having a boob job. So often, the skin pops open or there's an infection there, and women have to explant their boobs. So having cleavage on the internet and saying that that's doing something for breast cancer, and have women showing off their cleavage and sexualizing. You are sexualizing the disease that I'm dying from. You're sexualizing and trivializing it. I have metastatic breast cancer in my bones right now. It is literally eating my spine. So I don't need my boobs to be saved or to get reconstructive surgery. That's the least of my worries. What I really need right now is a cure. A cure that you're saying in your name and you're saying in your hashtag that you're like, you're bikinis for a cure, but you're not. You're bikinis for early detection. So either start, funding a cure or stop acting like you are. And don't make completely inappropriate, like, just tone deaf. It's completely tone deaf, your campaign. Like, you're claiming to be in this community, but you're doing something that is one of the most triggering and offensive campaigns that I've ever seen, of sexualizing this disease and trivializing it and making it about boobs. And instead of about the 116 people who are dying from it every day, in the United States alone. 42,000 people a year, men and women. This isn't about boobs. It's about moms. It's about dads. It's about families. It's about people losing an important person in their life. Or for me, I'm losing my own life. All of the things that I worked for and that I wanted to do, I'm not going to do those things anymore because I'm going to get to lose my life to this disease instead. And you're out there like posting pictures of cleavage to bring more attention to yourselves and your website. Even if you had a noble idea and you want to bring more attention to the disease, this is just like not the way to do it. So if you just want to follow up with me about like this video and maybe like the changes you're going to make your campaign more appropriate and maybe to fund research for a cure, if that's what your hashtag name and your name of your nonprofit or your organization, whatever it is, then you need to, be transparent about what you're doing. So if you could either, my Twitter handle is at Libby, LIBBY MBC for metastatic breast cancer. You can contact me there and just let me know about if this video has impacted you, and maybe if you could change your campaign to make it more transparent and make it more appropriate for the community of people with breast cancer that you claim to care about.